guys, Rick Shaw here. We have that big hurricane off the coast. It's not affecting us at all. I mean, just take a look. Maybe the cooler air. We're getting a little bit of cooler air. And I hear they got some serious flooding. They got both kinds, storm surge flooding, plus the rivers are going up. I saw pictures on the Star, is the news company that I saw it on. They have houses, they're up to their second floor in water. So, you know, that's one thing about having a two-story house. It's good in the Philippines. And do keep, one of the vloggers said something about that. Keep your food up on the second floor when you know there's going to be a big storm or something like that, because you don't want to lose all your food. But we're still on lockdown and all that, but we do got some good news. It looks like our little war we had here is over. We had put that borax mix with the sugar out. The kitchen, I looked, every time I was in the kitchen this morning looking, not a single ant anywhere. That colony has been killed. Now we had the speeder ants that were on the table. There's none, but we did see some in the bathroom. So what I did this morning, the one I put outside was in the sun, so it got thick, like thicker than honey, like a paste. I put that on a Q-tip, and I went in the bathroom, and there's a crack in the tile where they go in and out of the wall. And I swabbed that up on the wall. It was nice and sticky, and they went right to it. They went right to it. I had mixed in a little bit of that camote potato, the purple potato they have here, and I shredded that in, and they were hauling that stuff down into the wall. And then an hour later, I went in there. There wasn't a single one in there. Now out front, we had a few still out there, especially where the dog food bowl was. I took those Q-tips and just broke them in half, swabbed a little bit of that stuff on there, and just threw them down around the front of the house, and they're all being just ganged. I mean, there's just the little tiny acid ants, I call them. They're taking it like crazy. So we're definitely going to make a big pile of that when we move to the new house. I never liked the idea of putting deadly chemicals down. I remember when I was in the States, a friend of mine bought a house, and the bank went and looked at it, and they said it had termites in there. And I said, hey, we'll just dump some oil down where you see the tracks and all that, and we'll kill it. Now I'm going to get a regular company. Well, they came in and cost like $5,000. They drilled holes in the basement floor, and they dumped this deadly chemical, and then they put concrete. And they went outside and put all this stuff on there, and him and his wife were basically sick all the time. And then after they had the little baby and the baby was sick, they went ahead and sold that house and bought another one, and they all seemed to get better. So, you know, I know when we were building this house, they were saying, you want a termite company to come in and spray all that stuff? No. Our last house, we had trouble. I put oil down around the foundation before I put the concrete down. That took care of that. We lessened out quite a bit. I didn't do any borax there, but our new house, I'm going to put that borax all around. Make sure we can get rid of them. Don't know when. I haven't heard anything from the builder yet. The only thing I have heard was she said at 8 o'clock in the morning down there at the barangay, there's a thing for Comelec. I thought it was Meralco. There's Meralco over there, but I guess not our part. There's a line there, and we're on the other side of the line. So we're at this Comelec, and we got to go for a meeting with them to get the permanent power in. So we don't know when that's going to happen. I don't know what's going on with this lockdown yet, if we can even get through, or what the stuff is. I'm just not sure. But they're just not stopping with this thing. Now they're just filling the airwaves on TV. Instead of seeing stuff about the hurricane and all that, they're filling the airwaves with doctors talking about, we need to extend it longer. And, you know, and I'm just wondering, you know, apparently it's not working. Hi, handsome.
Hello.
But it's not really working. Why don't they try something different and say, yeah, let's just skip this. It's not working. Apparently here, they say it's not. And okay, what I think they're going to do here is they're going to double down. I don't think they're going to lighten up. I think they're going to double down on this and just lock everybody inside their houses again. I don't know what they expect. The people in economics and all that are saying, hey, we can't afford this. I understand they're borrowing money from all over. And if they don't let people go back to work, how are you going to pay it back? You know, what are they going to do to get this money paid back? I just don't understand the reasoning behind this. You don't quarantine healthy people. I've never heard of that in my entire life until a little over a year ago. I guess in 2018 everybody was wearing masks, and even this Dr. Fauci, he even said that half of those of the 50 million they estimate that died, half died from wearing the masks and stuff. And the other thing that really I don't understand is, if this thing is so dang deadly, why do you see masks? They should be going in biohazard bins and burnt or something. You see them filling garbage cans. They're all over the place. They're laying on the ground now. If the little thingy breaks on them, people just throw them on the ground, and they're laying around. I've seen them in different spots. Our sweeper comes here and sweeps them up, but I'm just not understanding the rationale behind all this. But we're just chilling today. Kids are playing over here. It is much cooler over on this side compared. They got the gate up over there now. There's my little sweetie playing. They're just kicking ball today. Mama, say a prayer for Mama. She's I think this long wait, it'll be over soon though. Hopefully this is going to be done, and not another year from now that they get this place done. I don't know how much more it's going to take for them to just call us and say, okay, we're ready for the turnover. I told my wife if they do that, I want to, we'll leave the kids here, have our friend come over, or her mother come to our house, and I don't know if her mother can get over. She's in a different province, but we'll just go down there. And I was thinking of folding the seats up and loading up all the new stuff I bought, as much as we can get in the car, and we'll haul that down there and just leave it in the new house. It's pretty secure over there. There's always that little dude walking around there. They do patrol that area, and I don't think we're going to have any kind of problem over there. We don't have any kind of problem over here. Nothing at all. You don't hear of anybody of theft or anything. My wife always worries about leaving the car locked and all this. I'm not sweating it. I usually don't start doing that stuff until something happens. When I lived in the States, I remember in a lot of places I lived, I could leave sunglasses on the dash, cell phone sitting there if I was charging it or something, and just leave it open. And I had only heard one time, one of my friends, they reached in the back of his truck and stole his putter out of his golf bag, his ping putter. And he was really bummed about that, because it was the one that actually made the ping sound when you hit it. And but that was even though it was stolen, it was probably a blessing, because what I did was I made him one. I was building clubs back then. I made him one, and his putting stats went from like 45 a round down to about 35 a round. So it really improved his game a lot, because that ping putter he had, it was super long. He wasn't getting control, so I got him a shorter one. And like me, I use an incredibly short one. My kids could actually use my putter. It's almost perfect, but I putt off my knee. It's only as high as my knee. I don't do any of this big pendulum swing. I do it all with my wrists, and they say, oh, you can't do that, little twitch muscles and blah, blah, blah. Well, I don't know. I was holding an average for a long time. I was keeping my averages per year on putting, and I was averaging 26 putts around, guys. So, and I had actually 2 years where I was down to 24. And then, of course, I don't play that much here anymore because it's so expensive. But I'd like to get back into it, at least go to a driving range. you know, and that would be really nice. But I'm going to go ahead and let you go. We're not getting affected too much. There's my little valley.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Reach out.
My guys are taking care of it. Well, you guys, don't forget to pray for each other, and this is Rickshaw out.